Back, everybody. There are few things more cherished in our island culture than our connection with the sea, and no event better embodies that than Fiestan Tasi, which celebrates a very, very big milestone this year. Malesso Mayor Ernest Chagaloff joins me in studio now. Mr. Mayor, half a day. Always good to see you.
Half a day.
So happy 50th Fiestan Tasi. You were celebrating your gold anniversary.
Golden anniversary, yes.
Okay, so tell me all about Fiestan Tasi and what makes this celebration so special.
Well, the origin of the Fiestan Tasi was Malesso Water Festival until it was subsequently changed to Malesso Fiestan Tasi. It featured, back then, powerboat races. We don't have that much now. We don't have that anymore. But we have jet skis. We have jet ski races, canoe paddling. But back then we had flotilla competitions, floats that actually float in the water, decorated according to the theme of that celebration. We had jet ski exhibitions, those that are proficient and very skilled in tricks. They provide a good show for the people. And now we're incorporating spearfishing competition, canoe paddling, and the jet ski. I'm trying to get some swimming competition in there, just to show that we were able to celebrate at sea and enjoy ourselves at sea. And since we're in Nassau, we also have land events, so it's going to be a fun-filled weekend all the way through. You're going to have live band entertainment, cultural dancers, fire dancers. So it's going to be a fun-filled weekend.
And it starts promptly this Friday at 6 p.m. at night. And
this year makes it special because we put together, actually, my girlfriend Vera, she put together a memorabilia booklet that incorporated all the former queens and their former royal courts. So if we miss any of them, it's only because of the lack of information or the availability of information on their photos. But collectively, I'm almost about 95% complete of all the former. So the theme is Trek Back in Time, memories from the past, of the present, and for the future.
So this is all the way back to 1968?
1967.
67, that's right. We're
1967.
Yeah, 67.
So we've come 50 years. And although some years that, they may not have celebrated because of weather or whatever reasons there were, it doesn't negate the fact that it spanned 50 years from the inception to the present time. So if you didn't celebrate your 19th birthday, it doesn't make you less 50.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this really does symbolize like our culture's connection to the ocean and to the sea, with as recreation, as a form of sustenance, as part of who we are and how we go about our lives.
With our villages, we're one of probably some of other unique villages that were nestled between the mountains, rivers, and streams. We're able to reap in the ocean. We're able to reap the bounties of both land and sea. We're able to have fun, live off the land, live off the sea, play on the land, play at sea as well. So it showcases our cultural use of our land and the ocean, the connection between living off the land and living off the sea as well.
Well, speaking of land activities, your village is always known for its active sports community. Will you be playing 3-on-3 basketball? Because I know you've got a deceptively good three-point shot.
Yeah, no, that's way back in the past.
You were a sharpshooter in your GW days. This I know.
Yeah, but that's many moons ago. I was a national basketball player, But most of the land events we have is the laser throwing contest. We have the coconut husking, grading, tuba drinking. And I need to incorporate some other fun for the kids, because I don't want the kids to say that only the adults are.
Right.
But there's a lot of games around, a lot of treats for the kids to enjoy.
And this is an educational opportunity to teach young people about like who we are and how we connect to the different parts of nature. So what lessons do you want to pass down to young people?
Well, just, and the culture, it's our way of life. Our customs and our traditions and the way we live off the land, the way we live off the sea as well. So, when you teach one and he's able to teach another, so at least you pretty much keep the customs and traditions alive. And like I said, 50 years in the making That's a lot of years.
And that is Chamorro hospitality right there. You take what somebody gave
This
you.
event way back was second only to the Liberation festivities in popularity and crowd draw.
Well, certainly this is going to be like the event of the weekend. So what time should people get down there? Because it starts at 6, but realistically,
Tonight
what time should people
we
head
start.
down?
You know, we actually start at 6:30, but you know, preliminarily you can walk around the grounds and the vendors can sell you whatever they want. You know, you want to buy something, but we're gonna have the coronation. We're gonna have the former queen from the previous Fiestan Tasi, crown them, and then we're gonna introduce all the former queens and their royal courts, you know, I mean, come up to the stage, and it's like I said, it's a trek back in time, and we showcase all those that are. We sent out invitations and shout-outs and flyers for all former queens and their courts that may have been candidates way back from 1967 to come and join us and be recognized.
Well, we do appreciate it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much for coming down, and we will see you there
If
on
I
Friday.
can do a shout-out.
Okay, real quick, you got about 15 seconds.
Okay. Mayor Kevin Susuico, Mayor John Cruz, Senator Frank Blas, Ogden Jr., CNZ Hot Dog Stand, Valley of the Lati Park, Mayor June Blas, Barrigada, Mayor Melissa Flavares Delilo, Senator Esteves, Mr. and Mrs. Joy and Joanne Charfus, Cocos Island Resort, Bank Benito, Payless Supermarket, Shell Gas Station, Kelly, Chino's Hot Dog Station, Coral Reef, Papanizuk Marisu Store, Guam Masters Basketball Association, National Office Supply, Paul Shimizu from Ambrose Dance Restaurant, Ipan Mobile, Michael and Yvonne Rosario Calvo's Insurance, Patricia Cruz, the Mogi Beach Store, Ipan Mobile, Mike and Yvonne Rosario again, Vice Mayor Anthony Sanchez, and Philippine Air is donating a round-trip ticket for the Philippines. So.
All right, very nice.
And monetary donations from Mr. Bob Steffi, Guam Premier Outlet, Coast 360, South Pacific Petroleum, Bank of Guam, Carlos Camacho, Dance Restaurant, Fish and Bull Restaurant, Mobile Guam. So that's pretty much covers all those that contributed and gave money.
All right, well, we got to run, but we will see you there on Friday.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You.
All right, 15 seconds. Turned out to be a minute, no problem. We'll see you back.